What's up you guys, welcome back to my channel Zealocity, and in today's video we are going to be talking about binge eating disorder. Now there are multiple types of eating disorders, something like anorexia, you might have heard about it, where models want to look a certain way and then they starve themselves just so that they think that they're becoming overweight, right? That's one of those eating disorders, okay? And then there's binge eating disorder, something which is the most popular form of eating disorder that has been seen in populations, and this can develop at any age, at any point of time, and mostly this has been seen to develop in the adolescence or the teenage or somewhere in the adulthood. Mostly below 35 years of age is when the binge eating disorders happen the most, okay? Now what happens in a binge eating disorder? As the name suggests, you tend to binge. A person suffering from binge eating disorder tends to binge too much on whatever food that they can get their hands on, and mostly the choices are not very healthy. There are lots of things that can be associated with binge eating disorder, the number one being stress. Stress has been shown to be a big factor contributing to binge eating, because a lot of people also stress eat, and a lot of people also can get depressed, and they tend to overeat when they're depressed, and they associate food with something that can make them happy, right? So in this video, what I'm essentially going to say to you, what I'm essentially going to provide here is something of what I think is going to help you if you are suffering from binge eating disorders. I'm going to give you tips on how you can deal and cope up with your binge eating, okay? But let me just tell you this right off the bat. I am not a mental health expert. I'm not a therapist. I'm just a nutrition science expert, and I'm telling you what I know. It's my opinion on how your eating habits can help you cope with binge eating disorder, okay? Because it kind of relates to my field, and I would definitely love to help you with whatever I can, okay? So number one, find the root cause. If the root cause of your binge eating is stress, depression, anxiety, then you should address that. So please talk to a therapist, talk to someone you trust, and you need to talk about it, okay? Don't suppress it, don't neglect it. Mental health is very important, so please talk about your mental health with someone that you trust or a therapist. That's my number one tip. If you think that your binge eating is not stress related, but it's just something that you are not able to stop, because binge eating can also be genetical. So for some people, it may not be stress related, but genetic related. Some people are born with more appetite, right? You've seen Bachpan says there are some people in the childhood that eat a lot of food, and then there are some kids that can just eat a little bit of it and still feel like, I'm full now, right? So I was on the binge eating kind of person, but I always made better choices in terms of food. So what you really need to do is, if you think that your binge eating is not stress related, you really need to work on the quality of the food that you're eating. There's a lot of chaos in the nutrition science world, in the nutrition industry, and people really tend to demonize a lot of foods, and this is what causes fear when you talk about food. And you should not be fearing the food that you're eating, but you should be mindful of the food that you should be eating. There's a big difference, okay? Now when I say that you need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight, I don't say that you need to count each and every calorie that you're eating, even from vegetables, even from fruits, and this, how much protein, how much you're burning in a day. Stop focusing on that. That might make you more anxious. My biggest tip to you would be to stop labeling food as bad or good. That's what you really need to tell yourself. That's what you really need to understand. खोपड़िया में ये घुसाना बहुत ज़रूरी है सबके लिए. Not every food is very healthy, but some foods are just very tasty and hyperpalatable, like the combination of sugar and fat or carbs and fat. If you see, like pakode, fritters in Maya Sarabhai language. Like if you take besan and if you fry it in oil, that is very appetizing, and you cannot just stop at a small quantity. You want to eat more and more of it. Same goes for gulab jamun. If you add lots of maida and sugar and then like fry it and then add lots of ghee and sugar, that's so appetizing. Abhi muँह में ही पानी आ जाए, right? But you really need to make mindful choices. Eat mostly protein dense foods and more vegetables and fruits in your diet. Now, fruits and vegetables contain a lot of fiber. Fiber gives you satiety, as in you can stay full for a longer time and not feel hungry again after 1 or 2 hours. Like as opposed to a meal where you're not eating enough fiber or protein, because protein also has the same satiating effect. If you're not eating enough protein and fiber, then guess what? If you're eating just carbs, something like just bread or something like just rice and some dal. So the chances are you're gonna feel hungry again after an hour or two, because that's what I see happening with a lot of my clients that consult me. And I always tell them, eat your goddamn protein, eat your goddamn fiber from both vegetables and fruits, and trust me, you're not gonna be hungry again after 1 or 2 hours. Okay. So main takeaway from this second tip is that you really need to work on your protein and vegetables and fiber intake. Okay. So whatever you're making at home, increase the protein intake. And I'm not saying you need to eat like a kilo of chicken every day. 1 kg chicken every day nahi khana hai. Okay. You really need to just increase the quantity of whatever protein you're eating. And I'm not saying you need to eat chicken every day. Okay. You can eat eggs, you can eat cheese, you can eat paneer, you can eat more sprouts, you can eat more chickpeas, rajma, curd, soy chunks, soy milk, so many sources in the world, and you can't really neglect all of them and just go for the carbs and the fatty stuff, right? You need to make mindful choices. Make your food tasty. That's never a bad thing. You can use the spices, you can use the salt. It's not a problem. Okay. The chances of you sticking to your diet are higher when the food is tastier and you like eating it and you enjoy the food. Food gives you pleasure, food gives you energy, food gives you nutrients. Okay. So food should not just be done for the nutrients or the energy. It should also be done for the pleasure part. It should be tasty. And without that, you're not going to stick to your diet for longer. Okay. The third thing, people work out so that they can burn calories and then eat their favorite foods like ice creams, and then they tend to overeat on that, and then the binge eating keeps happening, and then episode after episode after episode, the binge eating never stops. So stop treating workout as if it's gonna earn you something. Your workout is gonna help you with your own hormonal health, your own metabolic health, your own longevity. Stop focusing on workout as if, okay, I'll burn 100 calories and then I'll eat 100 calories from ice cream. Not the smartest thing in the long run. Okay. Stop looking at workout as a calorie burner. Rather, workout should be helping your mental health, your physical health, your metabolic health, your heart health, everything. Okay. Work out so that you feel happier after workout because of the release of the endorphins. And then prioritize the whole foods. Make it tasty again. You can have protein shakes, make good protein smoothies at home. You can make protein smoothies with plant protein, whey protein, whatever. Add some milk, soya milk, almond milk, whatever. Add a fruit, add some nuts. That's a healthy freaking protein shake right in front of you. Okay. That's what you really need to be focusing on. Okay. Now, fourth thing, you can really be focusing on low calorie dense foods. Okay. Now, there are lots of low calorie dense foods that you can have. Number one, there are lots of fruits that are low in calories. Watermelons, muskmelons, strawberries, berries, oranges, pretty low calorie. So lots of these fruits which you can have and you'll be satiated at very low cost of calories. You're going to get a lot of nutrients, lot of fiber, lot of water, and that's how you're going to be full and not too much calories. Now, for an example, a big bowl of watermelon, okay, a big freaking bowl, like 300, 400 grams of cut watermelon pieces, that's going to give you only like 60 to 80 calories. And a banana, on the other hand, a medium 6-inch to 7-inch sized banana is going to give you 100 to 120 calories. So you see the difference. One banana is not going to keep you full for longer, but the watermelon at just 60 calories, it's going to keep you full and you're going to feel like, oh my God, I can't have anything else now. So this is the difference between low calorie and high calorie dense foods. Okay. Second, popcorn. Popcorn is very relatively low in calories when you compare it with other snacks. Okay. So when you make popcorn at home, not the traditional like packaged foods that you get, I want you to get the popcorn seeds at home, add some ghee into the pressure cooker, add the masala, salt, pepper, whatever you want to add the popcorn seeds into it, let it pop, and that's a healthy freaking snack, and you'll be full in just like 100 or 120 calories from the popcorn. Trust me on that. That is going to keep you full and you'll be enjoying your snack, right? Third, whenever you're having chai or coffee, just add some sugar-free or stevia into it instead of the traditional jaggery or sugar or honey. Because sugar, jaggery, honey, they're going to give you a lot of calories from there. Empty calories. Jaggery does have a little bit more nutrients than sugar, but hey, like you still get the same amount of blood sugar spike, you still get the same amount of calories. So rather than that, you can literally just take a sugar-free or stevia, which is completely safe, completely fine. And I've also covered this in this video. You can check it out, why these sweeteners are not as bad as people are portraying them. Okay, I hope you get the point. You can watch it here. So the point here is you can make things healthy at home. You don't have to cheat or eat unhealthy stuff just so that you can make yourself happy and sane. Okay, so you can be prioritizing a lot of low calorie dense foods. Now the fifth tip, whenever you feel like having junk, not so healthy stuff, have it in moderation. Look at it as if it's a treat, not cheat. Okay, the cheat kind of mindset sets you up for failure. Look at it as a treat. Okay, and treat does not mean, oh, I'm working out this much so I need a treat. Treat is when you think your brain needs it, but you really need to be mindful when you're treating. Okay, so that becomes a very, very important thing. Have it in moderation. Now, I do have chocolates every day. I have a dark chocolate bar in my fridge all the time. And whenever I feel like having the dark chocolate, you know what I do? I take a small piece of it, like 5 or 10 grams of it. Then I just keep it in my mouth and let it melt. Do you think it's easy for me to not binge on the chocolate? It is hard. But with practice, you get control of your habits, your mind, you get control of it, right? So self-control needs time to be built, okay? So I think this tip might really help you. If you want to have an ice cream, ask yourself how much do you really need to eat to satisfy your cravings. Is it going to be a big freaking bowl and then regret after having it, or a small bowl and then feel, okay, now my taste buds are satiated and then now I don't need too much of this because I've eaten the calories and the nutrients from my whole foods, and now a treat is fine in moderation. That's how you should be looking at it. So this was the video. If you liked it, then please hit the like button, share this with your friends and family because this is a very important topic that people really need to know about. And again, I'm not a medical expert on this field, but this relates to my field and I really understand how important it is to talk about these eating disorders, and here I am. I'm sorry if I'm not giving you the best advice in the world, but hey, I am trying my best and I hope I really could help you in whatever way. Okay, subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I will definitely keep posting more and more interesting and helpful content to you, and this really means a lot to me if I can help you even a little bit. Okay, and this is my Instagram. If you want to hit me up for my personal coachings or video consultations, then you can hit me up. I would love to help you. And thanks again for watching. Take care, stay safe, eat your goddamn protein, and just do not give up. Okay, all right, I'll see you in the next video.